We changed our mind. We decided to not propagate using the suckers because we need to move some things around in the greenhouse.
Hi everybody, it's Irene with BrainStormAcres. And today you get to watch me prune cucumbers and tomatoes in the greenhouse. First thing I'm doing here is seeing how far up the line these cucumbers are, to see if I need any more connectors on them. These have already been lowered this week. So this one I'm going to lower simply so it doesn't roll up and get stuck in the winder. This doesn't need any more connectors. This one probably can use another one. Okay, that looks better. So naked. This is such a weird technique to get used to because you feel like you're butchering the plants. But the reality is that in this type of a greenhouse environment, they don't need all those leaves. All the leaves do is use more water. And we want to focus the plant's energy on producing fruit, because that's why they're here. We're not trying to keep the fruit from getting sun scald the way we would in the yard. I'm sure there's more junk that will show up later, but this at least gets it semi back into submission. That'll mean the next time I spray for fungus, it'll be easier to actually get in there and get some good done. couple more branches back here now that I can see better. Okay. I might be able to tighten that cord back there too. See if I can get back here and crank some of this up in the air. Yep. There we go. There's a ton of fruit back here, which is just sort of sitting there and not ripening. So hopefully all this pruning will encourage some ripening. I think I need to take that off. Okay. What we'll do tonight is spray for blossom end rot. Okay, I think we got it. Green. Handling tomatoes like that gives you this weird green goop on your hands. It comes off fairly easily, but it's kind of weird. Well, hopefully you found this interesting. Henry probably put it to some good music. My goals today was to remove suckers. And of course, now that I say that, I see another one, of course. See, when you pick them small, it's easy to pick them. They snap right off. And if this is your stem and that's a branch, then the sucker grows from right there. And if you allow that plant to grow, that branch to grow, it will actually turn into an entirely new plant, which under some circumstances can be fine. We've done that before when we knew we had a broken leader or something. It's a great way to grow new plants from scratch, because instead of having to start so where's the one I just tossed? Okay, well, here's an example. Instead of having to start a seed and wait for anywhere from 2 weeks to 21 days for it to pop out of the ground, if you start with a small plant effectively that's already got real leaves, you bury this part in water or moist soil, and it grows roots all along there. And so you save like at least a month in terms of, probably more than that, probably like 6 weeks, in terms of going, instead of having to go from seed to plant, you're now going from sort of half plant to plant. And it makes a huge difference if you're trying to start new plants or anything like that. But for a situation like this where we have limited space, where our goal is strictly fruit production, it makes sense to at least control, if not eliminate, a lot of the suckers. In some cases here, I have more than one sucker that's been allowed to come off. And I can see this one, for instance, here. Again, it's a new plant there. I'm actually going to take off the original branch because the sucker's healthier than the branch. And see, that's the kind of choice I can make. I may decide later that this section here is not healthy enough, but that section is. More options. Anyway, I pruned it. It's good enough for now. I'm going to go get a bottle of water to drink. Maybe an ice cube or two in there too. And, oh, my iced tea might be cool enough. I made iced tea before I came out here this morning. I'll be watching this stuff again here just to see what's going on. I watch every day. When these cucumber branches get long enough, I simply take off the bottom leaves, which tend to get a bit battered and somewhat diseased and everything anyway. We have a little bit of fungus in here besides the early blight. And I'm always watching to see if anything new is showing up. I had a bunch of white flies show up in the pumpkins. So the last time I sprayed for fungus, I also added something for the white flies. And it's done a huge knockdown. It doesn't mean I don't have to do it every week, but I'm using organic materials. It's really not a big deal. I mix up one small container and spray just the things that need to be sprayed and leave the rest alone. So, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, because something smaller than this, but pretty much similar to this, the trimming, goes on every week. We're doing all kinds of stuff. I need to start a bunch of seeds now. I did direct seed some things yesterday, but I have a bunch more to do. Stay tuned, because we got lots going on. So until next time, bye.